one I would like to see, well, I'll go to the Child's Tale first, would be Snoopy.
Yes.
You know Snoopy?
Yes, Peanuts.
Yes. Muy bien, Daniel, bienvenido al canal. Muchas gracias por la oportunidad. Quisiera hablarle sobre un rol que es sobre sus inicios que se llama Jennifer's Plum. ¿Qué puede recordar sobre este inicio y también sobre qué fue lo más característico que vivió en el set?
I don't know if it is your first role, but tell us about your experience on Jennifer's Blonde. One of the first projects that you got, any experience, any anecdote that you want to share us about this project.
Wow, you've done your research. This goes back, quite a few years now. I think this was my first, the first proper film that I did. It was a short film, and it was filmed, I think, in maybe 5 days. And it was really, really, really cool experience. It was basically about a dinner party, and that I was the a dinner party guest, and my husband was in this whole new world for me anyway, because I was like a regular person. He was in this world of, very high up rich people, all very show off with like big jewelry and everything. And I was brought into this world, but I could see they were all fake, and they were all bringing these sort of fruits that were all fake into this world. And I basically called them out at the dinner table, and it caused a big disaster, and there was a big fight, and then I run storming out. So it was a pretty fun story for a short film. But the funny thing was, it happened just the very last day that we stopped filming was the very day that COVID happened, and we had lockdown in London. And so I remember the days during the filming, some of the crew were getting messages because they were linked with other people from like the film industry saying, sets are being shut down, we're getting the army brought in. And it was when COVID was brand new, so no one knew what was happening. We were like, are we even going to get home tonight? Because it was saying the city's going to get locked down, everything's shut. And it did. We went into like a 3-month lockdown. So we were basically the last film on set in London, I think, before we had the full lockdown in 2020. So it was it was good that we managed to get it finished.
Bueno, hay una producción que es bastante interesante que trata sobre la maldición de los cirujanos plásticos. Quisiera preguntarle sobre cómo fue, lidiar con el tema de la estética y también el tema del terror, que es algo muy diferente a lo que se ha visto en historias más en Londres.
It's crazy because you acted on Conjuring the Plastic Surgeon, and it means, terror, but with this world, it's a very realistic subject, by the way. And we have seen it in movies now, but I think this movie is like one of the first that deal with this subject, the terror and all the plastic surgery. So tell us more about this movie.
Well, this movie, for me, when I saw the script, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so much fun. It's obviously, it's not realistic, but it's horror and comedy, which is like my 2 favorite genres. And just getting to play, and obviously we've done Plastic Surgeon 1, and then she comes back for Plastic Surgeon 2, where the first one is just she preys on young women who want plastic surgery, but in the next one she goes to an old people's home with old people to offer them surgery, and that's even more twisted. But yeah, it's one of those films that is super fun to film. It is a little bit crazy, but yeah, it's maybe one of the most films I've had, one of the most fun films that I've had the pleasure to work on.
En Prime Video visualicé es muy diferente porque hace parte ya de la lista de los muñecos asesinos, pero algo sobrenatural que ocurre ahí es que en todas las escenas donde está Daniel es algo más como la parte más coherente de la historia, porque todo es una locura. Entonces quisiera preguntarle sobre cómo fue el poder experimentar ya teniendo como un nuevo personaje en la lista de esos muñecos del terror, y también que cómo fue este tema.
When we watch The Curse of Humpty Dumpty, it's crazy because in all the craziness of this movie, the scenes that you appear are the most coherent, like the less crazy in all the craziness. So yeah, tell us how was participating in this project, and also adding, how do you feel that the Humpty Dumpty is now a terror character in this movie? And we will talk later about another character. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that film, yeah, that was really cool to play because that Humpty Dumpty, when obviously it was a person inside the Humpty Dumpty suit, but it was quite easy to play frightening because it was so creepy. It was disgusting. Like literally when its head moved, like and the eyes, you did feel really freaked out. But I did play a bit of a different character to normal, like the auntie. She was a pretty straight character. So yeah, so it was, I do like to play more of the crazy characters, but it was always nice to do something different. And every role that I get, I throw myself in fully. So it's like nice to experience all different types of roles. But the film set as a whole, it was a crazy time on that because I think I was there for 2 whole weeks. And the time that we were filming, I think we got snowed in. It was snowing, and it was. I think we filmed 2 films back to back. I think we filmed the Humpty Dumpty, and then we stayed at the venue, and then we filmed Spider in the Attic. And I think we had a whole mixture of sun, rain, snow, and trying to film a film with continuity. When one day when it's snowing, the next day it's raining, and then it's sunny. So there's a lot of challenges. But yeah, it was a good experience.
Yo no sé si la haya preguntar por Spider in the Attic porque la filmaron justo después de.
Ajá, sí.
Exacto, perfecto. Dale.
Bueno, esa historia me pareció bastante, no sé, muy loca porque esas son las películas que le gustan también a Ron, pero hay algo, bueno, esta curiosidad es sobre, bueno, a muchas personas les tienen fobia a las arañas, eso sí lo sé, pero esta película hace referencia a como controlar nuestra fobia. Entonces te pregunto, ¿cuál es de pronto la fobia que ella tiene que de pronto si alguna vez en el cine le dan un papel, cómo ella lo puede afrontar? Porque este ejemplo es cómo las personas tienen esa fobia con las arañas.
And I'm happy because John is asking about, yes, Spider in the Attic. And we know that this movie is about dealing with the arachnophobia. So,
Yes.
is there any phobia that you got that you wanna portray in movies so it help you to, oh, let's face my fears to do that role? Yeah, yeah.
I'm so glad you asked this because all my life, since I can remember, I've had a huge, like not even joking, the biggest phobia of blood. It has like I couldn't even say the word. I used to say BLOOD because I was like that you couldn't say it to me because if Halloween, I couldn't go out on Halloween because everyone with the fake blood, I would physically feel sick and feel like I'm going to faint. So then when I got one of my main roles in a horror film and there's going to be blood, my friend said, you in a horror film, come on, Danielle, there's going to be blood in that. You can't do that. And I was like, I know, but this is a movie role. I've got to do it. And I remember the first one was the first horror film was the Curse of the Plastic Surgeon, and people had blood in their mouth. And that's my worst phobia, blood coming out of the mouth. So I was like, oh. So I just had to think I had to get through it, but I felt so sick. I know it's fake, but watching them going, and I had to slit the throat. I couldn't cope. But so it's helped me to get over my phobia. But then one film, I think, yeah, it was the Spider in the Attic. I had to have blood in my mouth and then spit it out. But that was fine. But then it was when I went to wash my mouth and there was still blood coming out. I thought I might faint. So I had to, obviously, for the job, be professional, but I couldn't tell anyone on set how much it was freaking me out at the time. But now I've done like 20 horror films. I mean, blood doesn't faze me at all. You can put it in my eye, in my mouth, in my nose, everywhere. Like I've been covered in blood from head to toe. But honestly, I think it was when I was younger, I saw The Bodyguard. I must have been up 7 years old and somebody got shot. And it just really traumatized me seeing the blood. So from then on, I couldn't watch any film over the age of like from 12, 15, definitely not an 18 in case there was blood. So now going from that person to the person now who gets covered in blood for a living. Yeah, that's my biggest phobia and I've overcome it.
Great, John. La mayor fobia es la sangre. Ya la venció con 20 películas.
Uy, sí. Eso es bueno y te felicito por eso. Claro que hay 2 preguntas en una, la implementamos de Conjuring, la segunda parte está. sobre un manicomio. Esta vez es sobre las pacientes y todo eso. Y la otra es sobre, es algo que me pareció porque ella es la protagonista, algo interesante sobre las modelos, pero ese oscuro pensamiento del asesino cuando se obsesiona con una mujer. Entonces yo te pregunto qué tanto han cambiado, bueno, las películas con este tipo de género, con los pensamientos de que, bueno, ya por primera vez hemos visto algo diferente sobre qué piensan, sobre el perseguir y todo eso, pero quisiera preguntarle sobre cómo ve ella la estética referente a este tipo de historias y qué tan diferente la gente puede recordarlas.
What are the elements that Lust Can Kill and the
Mhm.
saga of the plastic surgeon got from that, I don't know, making the stand out from all the
Ah,
movies that deals with, beauty, obsessions, killers,
okay,
modeling.
yes. I think it's just because in the modern society that we live, so much emphasis is placed on like how you look, maybe, and the extremes that people will go to. I think in plastic surgeon, it's it's just showing you that is it worth it? Like the extremes people will go having plastic surgery to achieve that perfection at the risk of whatever. They don't really assess the risks. You know, people will get all sorts of plastic surgeries, things injected to them without knowing what's in it, in the aspirations of this perfect beauty. So it's just showing that, you know, looks is not everything, because look what can happen if it goes down the wrong route, and then maybe with looks can kill. It's like how the modeling world, it can be, I don't know, maybe a bit of a dark place behind the scenes, when, like, obviously Rhonda, the character that I played, she was having her lucky break, and then she didn't make it, and then she feels old and washed up, and it's just like the things it does to you mentally, like the aesthetics and the emphasis that the world places on being young and being beautiful, and when you've passed that, maybe it can make you do sinister things, maybe not as bad as kill people, but yes, that's the extreme that she does go to. So I think it's just how the world of social media and influence and everything can have the impact on our mentality, I guess.
Está el tema de prototipo. Hay algo, esta historia me dejó pensando, o sea, me dejó como un poco como qué pasaría si esto fuese real, me dio un poco de como no sé, de mucha conciencia en vez de miedo, pero cómo ella describe el futuro sobre los androides, si van a ser indispensables para cualquier momento o no quiere que pase nunca.
Talking about prototype, do you want that the future is like this movie or not?
So I hope it's like this movie.
Do you want, talking about prototype, do you want,
Prototype, yes.
yes, do you want that the future is like this movie shows it or not?
I would hope it's the complete opposite, because those two prototypes, one was useless and one was a killer. So no, I don't want either of those types. I mean, I would like the future to have maybe, well, we all know that AI is pretty much going to take over one day. I don't know if it's going to be in my lifetime or afterwards. But no, I wouldn't wish any of those, and I wouldn't wish my husband in that movie on anyone either. But no, it's a weird thing, because I mean, obviously in that film, the robots kind of like that's what the human race wanted. He was trying to build these robots to help. We want it as an aid, but where does the line stop? It kind of seems like, and the more you kind of read about it, that there's going to be a fine line between when we get to the level where they can really help us, that will be the same level where things go wrong and they can have too much control. So no, I think I'd rather just keep doing my own washing and not have a robot that could kill me in my sleep.
Ahora sí voy a tocar el tema de Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Vea que ya estamos por verla, pero hay muchos avances, he visto muchas cosas que la verdad nos pareció interesante. Mira, te voy a ser sincero, no sé por qué hay gente que la odia si ya espera muy bien de la historia. Entonces yo te quiero preguntar cómo es ya visualizar y mentalizarse de que ya todos crecimos con nuestros dibujos animados favoritos, el de Winnie Pooh es de mucho, el de muchos, a convertirse en algo pues de terror. ¿Crees que este qué pasará más adelante? ¿Cómo aparecerán los demás personajes? ¿Qué te pareció tu personaje de Charlene? Cuéntame.
Okay, you know that we will talk about Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey,
Yeah.
and finally, I read that the sequel maybe can be announced.
Yes, it
So
can. It's been
what,
it's been confirmed. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
so what do you think about your character Charlene? And
Yes.
yeah, the perception of people, because you know some people love her, some people hate it, some people are scared that seeing the characters that they grew up, they are now killers. So what do you think? I know you can't spoil anything, but what do you want it to happen, or do you think it will happen with the characters? I don't know. The movie is crazy. We are waiting it in our city because we want to see it on the video screen.
Okay.
But I know that and that's what made me happy. It's a small project, and it will be premiered in a lot of cinemas. In fact, in our small city, it's now announced. So it's like it's
Oh
great.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if Jhon showed you the picture. We take a picture next to the big poster of the movie
The
here in.
poster.
Yeah, I will
Okay, so
take.
I wasn't aware if you guys had seen it or not yet. You haven't seen the film.
No, because it hasn't arrived on the, and we want, and we don't want to see it. You know, in
No, no,
the.
no, no. You don't want
No,
to
no,
see it.
no,
Some people have been putting up videos on
no,
the
no,
internet.
no,
You
no,
don't want
no,
to
no.
watch this. No, no,
No,
no.
I want to see it. We want to see it on the video screen, eating popcorn.
It's honestly because I went to. We've had one premiere so far. We went to Mexico City. The world premiere was there last month on the 24th of January. So we saw it. I saw it for the first time on the big screen in the cinema. Oh my God, it was absolutely unreal. And they had all of the cast there for the premiere and the cast, the producers, and all the team. And they showed it in 6 different screens. So they split up all of us, the cast and the crew, into little groups and put us in the 6 different screens in between, different members of the public or the press that was going to be there, so that we could see people's reactions and see other people watching it. And it was crazy watching people's reactions. And to be hands down, the reaction was amazing. People who went there, they absolutely loved it. And I think the people that will hate it will hate that genre anyway. And the people that hate it because it's Winnie the Pooh, and if they're really that sensitive, then maybe they should just stay at home with some cotton wool. I don't think that they should really, they shouldn't be allowed out at night. And the people that, if it's not for them, if they don't really like horror, that's fine. But it was just crazy seeing people's reactions. Everyone sort of reacted to different parts of it, and with the soundtrack. And I, even though I was in the film, I jumped at certain points, like literally. I was like, oh! And I was sitting next to one of the cast, and that was the part I jumped. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know it was going to be that bad. Yeah, it was. It's definitely something that you have to watch in the cinema. And yeah, with my character, she has a very, very dark backstory. And well, I won't say too much, but what Piglet has been backstory. But I won't say too much because I know that you're going to watch the film. But I start off looking like this, and I end up looking like, well, it was probably something to give you nightmares. The makeup artist, she's called Rebecca Wheeler. She is phenomenal. She is amazing, because we did the prosthetics, the makeup, where we were filming in the woods. Literally, there was hardly any light, no facilities. We were just sitting on like a tree trunk. Like, she was doing the makeup half in the dark with the iPhone, and I'm completely. Piglet has done things to me that are not humane. He has been for years. I've been chained, I've been mauled. It's disgusting, and she makes me look, I want to say amazing, but not amazing in a beautiful, amazingly disgusting. And how she did that in the dark with such little time, such little anything. It's incredible. All the work she's done on the film, the prosthetics, the special effects are wonderful. So you'll appreciate that, I think.
We will appreciate it, and in the video
Yeah.
screen. Please don't see it in a bootleg. No, go to the screen, go to the cinema to see that movie.
You have to. I mean, come on. We all appreciate filmmaking, right? We know the effort that goes into it. Especially, you're not gonna go and watch a pirated indie film of anything. I mean, if you're a horror fan, come on, get yourself the $10 ticket, whatever it is, and go to the cinema. Keep cinema alive, people.
And I'm happy because I think that this movie is like the UK version of what happened with Terrifier. You know, Terrifier started in small cinemas, and then it even came to our city, and we are happy what's going on with the Winnie Pooh, because uh, I remember I live in another small town,
Yeah.
and somehow I watched a UK indie movie, and I was, I didn't know. I know the big movies, but I didn't know the indie movies from the UK. So I was so happy. So with being having watching the indie UK horror cinema, knowing that this movie is blasting, it makes me so happy.
Yay! Oh, it makes me happy that you're happy, that you're excited to see it. We appreciate the support. We really do. It's amazing.
John, tienes que pasar la foto de nosotros al lado del cartel.
Por favor, y además que nos adelante sobre la nueva película de Bambi. Yo sí la quiero ver. Yo la quiero ver. O sea, por mucho más que no quieran, yo sí la quiero ver. A nosotros nos gusta ese tipo de historia. Entonces, ¿qué nos espera? ¿Cobrará venganza o no?
And Bambi will get her revenge. I don't know what can we know about Bambi.
Well, I'm in Bambi, so you can know that much. The cast has been announced. What I can say, it's filming in April this year, so in a couple of months, and it's going to be so extremely violent. Apparently, that's from Scott and Reese, the producers. Yeah, they're writing it now. It's going to be so sick, so twisted, and Bambi is going to be the demonic killer. I mean, I've read some of the script. Yeah, I mean, Winnie the Pooh. It's pretty violent and it's pretty horror. But I think they are going now. You know, they're taking it up to the next level. Bambi is. And the reckoning, I reckon. Oh, yeah, I think it's going to be, and we've got there's a few exciting things that can't be announced yet, but basically it's going to be one of these, watch this space. It's happening, the reckoning. Oh. So yeah, I can't say too much more, but it's going to be, if you like your horrific, it's the one for you.
Wow. And before we end, I want to share you the name of the movie that I saw, if you know the producers, because I'm happy. The movie I saw, it's called The Demon Eye. I don't know in which part of the UK it was made, but it was a great movie, and it was really, really small budget, but dude with the heart. It's about a girl that got a pendant, and a lot of demonic thing happens. Do you know that movie?
What? No, what's it called?
The Demon Eye.
The Demon Eye. No, I'm going to write it down with my pencil to watch it because I like to see everything. The Demon. No, I haven't seen it.
Yes, no, and it's a movie about the UK that I watched in a big theater, and I was like, so the second one will be the Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, okay. Amazing. Well, I'm glad that you guys are so excited to watch.
Please, this channel is for this kind of movies. Jhon?
Yeah, amazing.
Vea, antes de poder culminar, que yo creo que ya va a llegar a los 10, es que mira, tengo mucha ansia y espera por Pterodactyl 2, o sea, yo soy fan de esas películas, yo sé, no me culpen, por favor, pero yo quisiera preguntarle primero, ¿cuál es la película que ella desea infantil ver en terror? Que diga, me encanta, necesito estar ahí y que nos adelante Pterodactyl 2, porque yo vi la 1, ya tú sabes, me encanta.
Info about Pterodactyl 2, and what is the child's tales that you wanna see portrayed on the video screen with horror, and you appear on that?
The one I would like to see, I'll go to the child's tale first, would be Snoopy.
Yes.
You know Snoopy?
Yes, Peanuts.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I don't really want it because Snoopy was the one that I grew up with that I love. Snoopy was my everything. But I also think because Snoopy is so nice and the whole family, we got Woodstock, we got Lucy, we got Linus with the blanket, we got the house. I think they could get really twisted with that. I mean, I don't know what they would do, but I would, if they do a Snoopy, come on, I've got to be in it. I called it, I suggested it. So yeah, Snoopy would be the childhood one I'd like to turn into horror and be in. And Pterodactyl 2, yeah, I know that this one is going to be a lot more gory than the first one. I think they've gone up in the budget with the special effects. We're getting a lot more pterodactyls. There's going to be a lot more killing. And obviously I come back from the second one and I've lost my friends, I've lost my sister, and I've just been a recluse for a very long time. So I'm like not used to speaking to people, and I've just been planning and plotting to get back to the pterodactyls. And then finally I do, and all hell breaks loose. So I come back a much more kind of nasty character in this one, and I get covered in blood and guts. But do I survive? You'll have to wait and see.
Okay, that's a deal. Jhon?
La de Snoopy, sí, señor. Vamos a brindarle un fuerte aplauso. Bravo, bravo, Daniel, no, mentira. I got silent. Daniel, este es tu espacio, tus redes sociales, un saludo para Colombia, Latinoamérica, y bueno, hay más proyectos, pero bueno, la cámara es tuya.
We know that you got more projects, but the time is running off. So this is the time for you to tell your social media so people can follow you. Send a big hi to wherever you want, to Colombia, to the channel, to your friends, and go ahead.
Hi, thank you so much for watching, everyone in Colombia, everyone wherever you're watching this. I'm Danielle Scott. You can find me on social media under _Danielle Scott. And I hope to see you somewhere soon. Thanks a lot. Hey, Victor Hugo, wishing you a big happy birthday. Keep on enjoying the horror movies. A big love from Danielle Scott.
Rose, the mother of the child, said that the reason that he wants a hi from you is that all the kids in the school get envious, like, what? So,
Oh, bless him.
yes, no, he's the luckiest guy. And he's gorgeous. I think that child, when he grow more, he will be like a model or an actor. He's so beautiful. And Rose, hi. Rose, she's so gorgeous. She's a friend of mine for a lot of years. Yes, no. We always watch the gorgeous movies. Yeah.
I hope that he likes the message. Oh, can I see the picture? Oh wow! You did that already. That looks horrible.
Eso es.
Okay.
We need this picture because reality. And see you in that movie.
No. Gracias, Daniel, por la oportunidad, por el espacio.
Muchas gracias, guys. Thank you.
Welcome forever.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome forever.
Take care. Thank you so much.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.